Hi guys, so this video is not going to be a really happy one, and so if you just want to click off right now so you don't have to watch just a sad video, you can just click off and I won't blame you. So I wrote down all of my thoughts, I have them right here, and so I'm going to just kind of be reading off of here to tell you this as eloquently as I can because it's a lot that I've had on my mind. So if you notice my eyes starting from the computer to you, that is why. So I'm gonna drink my drink and we'll get into it. So I thought today I could just sort of jump into the video and tell you guys what's been going on. So most of you have noticed that I kind of disappeared and just stopped making videos very suddenly. That's because I did. Recently, a lot of things have happened to me that have kind of shook me up. I've just been having to deal with those and go through life as we do sometimes. And I didn't want to come online and give you a version of myself that wasn't real, because I think in YouTube that's one of the most important things if you are creating videos and putting videos out there, is to be real and be honest. And I didn't want to give you this happy-go-lucky version of myself and then be crying on my bed in my room hours later. Just I wanted to be so real with you guys, and I want to. So I didn't want to come back onto YouTube until I felt like I had the happiest version of myself, or happier than I was. Can I talk? I can't put words in my mouth. But as I was dealing with all of this and going through it, I kind of realized that sometimes you just have to be real with people to grow. That is what I'm doing today. So, might as well just get into it, start telling you and spill the tea. I hate myself. Well, okay, so most of you know that I moved to Seattle in December of 2017 to pursue my degree at a university that I loved, in a city that I loved. It was amazing, and I wouldn't change anything. I did end up figuring myself out a little bit more, and I met some wonderful, wonderful people there and just really got to be myself. But I was also really, really depressed. I mean, the most depressed I've ever been. Some days I felt like it wasn't even real. And I don't know how to say that and not sound like crazy, but I didn't feel real. I didn't feel like myself. I felt a really crippling sense of depersonalization, which, if that term is foreign to you, it just means that I felt that I wasn't myself and my life wasn't mine, and I couldn't really find my sense of identity, and it was just so crippling. It felt like I was just carrying around this bag all the time, but it was my head, So my phone decided to randomly restart. I don't know why, and then things happen, so now we're over here. Diving right back in, I lost my sense of identity, and it was nothing that really happened. It was just everything in my life that had been piling up, and we were just going up on this train of sad. And I have a history of terrible, terrible coping mechanisms. When I was feeling this way, I would run to something that would kind of make me feel good and give me comfort for a little bit, and it would make me feel right for a little bit, make me feel just a little bit better. But then, later that night I'd feel the same emptiness, and I'd just kind of be looking up at my ceiling, just like, yeah, I want to die, or I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of everything that's happening. And it was awful. I couldn't really get my mind around why I was feeling this way. I mean, I was finally in the city that I've wanted to be in for years, and I was finally able to go do whatever I wanted, with whoever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And I think when everyone turns 18, it's just like that instant freedom. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want. And I was just happy-go-lucky in a big city, I was free. I was free to be the truest version of myself, but I didn't even feel like myself. I can't explain that in a way where it would make sense, but that is how I felt. It wasn't all terrible. I did make some amazing memories, and I was in Seattle. It was great. It was great. Those moments where I realized I'm in Seattle, I'm living my dream, but that would definitely get overpowered by the depersonalization, the depression, the anxiety that was just weighing on me. So about a month before the quarter ends, which, if you don't know what quarter is, you know how in the Midwest or southern states they go by semesters? So you go to school August to December, and then you get out and then you come back January to May. Up there, instead, they do quarters. So you go to school 3 months at a time and then get like a week or two off and then come back for 3 months and then summer, you know. So about a month before the quarter had ended and I was going to go on spring break, my financial aid advisor tells me that I have less aid than I thought and that I'd have to take out an extremely large loan to stay, to continue my education. Even for the quarter I was in, I was gonna have to take out a big loan to pay that. And that was just earth-shattering news. I was like, I thought I was here and taking out the loans that I should be taking out, but you have come and told me now that there isn't money there, and if I even wanted to take out a loan, which I shouldn't, it would have to be like crazy amount of money. I cannot. The cost of living in Seattle and going to school in Seattle is very high. So I was faced with this really big decision. And in the end, I didn't really want to leave Seattle. I thought I could make myself better. I kept telling myself I was getting better and how I felt in my mind wasn't gonna last. And like, if I could make more friends or if I could go do more, I'll be happier. And I kept saying that if I left, it would be like a story unfinished. My chapter in my book is not over here. But not all of these things I was telling myself were true. And in the end, I did decide to go home. So my wonderful mom, Melissa, flew all the way out from Colorado to Seattle to come and get me. She spent a day with me doing all of the things that I love in the city, and I got to show her the most beautiful parts like Magnolia Park and Gasworks and the public market and the waterfront and, you know, all the things that we love. And Fremont, Queen Anne, I miss it sometimes, like right now. And then after, we would spend a day doing all of those things I love and eating all the good food like cheesecake and pad thai and udon. And after all that, we would drive home, which was a very long road trip, Washington to Colorado. I was so happy that she came and was just a big support system for me there. It was super hard for me to leave, and she's just definitely my rock. Cry if I keep talking about it. So we drove the long trip back, made it home, and I definitely opened up to her about a lot of the struggles that I had been facing in Seattle, and that was hard for me, and I'm sure that was hard for her to hear that her daughter was struggling with these thoughts and couldn't make them stop. And we decided that the best course of action would be to put me in therapy, and that was such a relief. And getting into therapy was such a weight off of my shoulders. I've wanted to do that for so long, and when I finally got into it, I've just been feeling more happy and I have someone to talk to, and I love seeing progress. It's nice. And I got a puppy. This is Milo, who just wants to cuddle right now, apparently. He knows. Can you give me a kiss? Thank you. I hope to train Milo to be a great emotional support animal for me as I go through life and try to heal my mind and myself. And I can tell you already that he is. If you're thinking about getting a dog or a puppy to kind of help you with your mental struggles, I definitely recommend it because he just likes to cuddle on me and love on me, and that's what I need. Kisses. So, while a puppy is a lot of work and hurts you a lot, like this, worth it and is great. So, get a dog if you want to get a dog. It definitely has helped my mental health and my mental state. Milo, thank you. He's so cute. I love him so much. Oh my gosh. Literally puppies. What? I love having a dog. Now, this could definitely be an ending to a video, but it's not. Things didn't just get instantly better when I moved home. I wish they would have, but minds don't really work that way, and you do have to put work into your mind just as you would into your body to heal it and fix it. When I was alone, I would still feel that paralyzing depression. Even if I was in a room with a bunch of people, I would feel alone and depressed and just sad. And it didn't make sense to me because I was with people who loved me the most. I would get these random bursts of energy to like go work out, or go make a YouTube video, or text a friend an uplifting message, and then I'd be bombarded with these negative thoughts like, what's the point in working out? You're just gonna end up ugly forever anyways. It sounds so stupid when I say it out loud, but like, these are things my head tells me all the time. Or no one wants to see you on YouTube, you're too awkward, and no one can relate to you, and you're just weird. Or that all of my friends are fake, and they don't really like me, and they don't want anything to do with me. And it sucked. And even though sometimes I could tell that these thoughts weren't true, and just my mind being mean, I couldn't turn them off. It was like a switch that was just permanently taped on, and I couldn't turn it back. I just felt low. The lowest I've ever felt, really. And then one of my younger siblings' best friends died. That situation brought up a lot of my past, what I went through as a 13-year-old losing a best friend. And my heart broke for my siblings and the family who lost a son who was young, and it was unexpected, and a terrible accident. It was hard for my whole family to deal with, and I think it just is that way sometimes. It was hard for the whole community to deal with. I mean, losing a child, losing a best friend is never easy, and it just shakes the people around you. So we were all pretty beat up about it for some time. It wasn't normal around here. The vibe was sad, I was sad, everyone was sad. On top of this sadness was just that deeper, darker sadness in myself, and I just felt so low. But life keeps going, and we had to move on, and we're still moving on and healing. But I felt like I couldn't move on. I felt like I couldn't heal. I felt like everything these last few months had just been piling on, and no matter what good things I did, I could not outweigh the bad things that were in my head. I didn't really know what to do. I don't know how to get myself out of a depression. I don't know what things to do. There's a garbage truck outside my window. And I just wanted to stop feeling this way, and I didn't know how to stop feeling this way. I don't know. And then one morning, I was laying in bed, cuddling my dog, and I decided I was fed up. I went and I looked in my mirror for a long time, and I forced myself to find 3 things about myself that I love, about my appearance. That was not easy, and it didn't happen in just like 2 minutes. It took a lot of time of looking in the mirror and being like, you can't just hate yourself all the time. Like, what are 3 things that you love about yourself? I was like, well, you know, I really like my eyes. I love the color, I love the shape of them. Yeah, I really like my eyes. Then I looked around a little bit more, and I was like, I really like my hair, you know? This is the longest it's been since I was 14. I can do more things with it. I love doing my hair. This is awesome. Like, I really like the length of my hair. And then I kept looking around more and more, and then I was like, oh, I really like my smile. I love my teeth. I love my teeth now. I used to have really bad teeth. Insert picture here. Took years of orthodontist work, 2 sets of braces, to get my smile here, and I'm happy that it is where it is now. You know, I think all of these things look pretty nice. I like my eyes, I like my hair, and I like my smile. And then after I did that, I went and I got a notebook, it's right over here, and I wrote down all of these foods that I could eat that would help me feel better. And I wrote down some workout routines I could do, and I looked up some home workout videos that I could do at home without equipment, and then I looked up the classes at my gym and wrote down all the dates and times of them, and I decided I'm going to these classes, I'm going to work out, I'm going to force myself to be better. I started really taking care of myself for the first time in a long time. And that didn't fix everything. I wasn't just not depressed anymore just because I decided to work out and decided to start eating better. But it definitely did help. It helps me to feel happier. It helps me to get more sleep. It doesn't make it all go away, but it's like putting on headphones in a really loud room and listening to like Mozart or Beethoven and just like zen. Room is still really loud and the room's not stopping being really loud, but I have my headphones in and I'm listening to some slow classical tunes and I'm fine. I'm not fixed. I still really need and am going to therapy, but I have really worked my way out of that very dark place that I was in. So much so that I feel comfortable talking to you guys again, and I feel comfortable making videos again. And that's awesome! I'm excited! I've wanted to make videos. I've done things in the past month that I could have made a video out of, but just felt sad and couldn't. So I'm happier now, I feel better now, and I'm working to stay feeling better now. And I'm opening up to you guys about these struggles because they're real, and no one should have to feel like they're alone. And I very much so felt like I was alone. Not a lot of people in my personal life or in the YouTubers that I watch really open up about their mental health, and you just see them online and you're like, they're happy, they're happy, they're happy, and you go on Instagram and everyone's happy, happy, happy. But you or someone you know could be hurting inside. So I'm just opening up and telling you what I'm facing, what I'm going through. And no matter how embarrassing my story is, or how embarrassing I might think it is to tell it, which I do, anxiety is real, it might help someone. Someone who stumbles across this video or is watching this video right now might have faced the struggles that I have faced and am facing. And if I'm just honest and open about it, maybe it might help you a little bit. And I think when people are depressed, everyone feels like they will take all the help they can get. And so if it helps anyone to hear this story, if it helps anyone to know that I too am struggling, then I'm doing something right. So yes, I'm back to feeling okay, and I'm going to start uploading regularly for you guys. And I mean that this time. And I can't promise that my YouTube channel is going to be all sunshine, puppies, and rainbows all the time, because it's not, and that's not real. But I can promise you right now that I will always be real with you, and I will always be open with you, and I hope you do the same. And I can't wait to see what the future holds. I'm excited. Thank you so much for watching this all. I mean, it means the world to me that you would sit through however long this video is and just watch me talking about what I go through. It means so much. If you would like to keep up with me more between uploads, just to kind of see where my head's at and see what I'm doing, where I'm going, and who I'm with, in the description box is all of my social media. So add me, friend me, follow me, and I will do the same for you. And please come back next time to see a new funny video. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but it'll be funny. I promise it won't be heavy like this one. Until next time, guys, we love you. I was totally trying to get him to look at the camera. Ow. And all he wants to do is cuddle. So, you know, that's fine. Me too. Me too. Okay. We love you guys. Goodbye.